Hello, and welcome back to our channel, The Flying Duke. In this video, we will explore the remarkable features of the Tomcat aircraft, so let's get started. For 30 years, the Grumman F-14 Tomcat served faithfully in the United States Navy, fulfilling its intended role with exceptional prowess. It proved its mettle in combat, leaving a formidable mark, and even found cinematic fame in the movie Top Gun. This remarkable aircraft was designed to incorporate the invaluable lessons learned during the Vietnam War, making it the inaugural member of the American Team series of fighters, which also included the F-15 Eagle, the F-16 Fighting Falcon, and the F-A-18 Hornet. The F-14, a two-seat, carrier-based multi-role fighter, came into existence after the United States Congress halted the development of the F-111B and the Tactical Fighter Experimental Program. While the program's objective was to provide both the United States Air Force and Navy with aircraft tailored to their distinct needs, the Navy had a different vision. They issued a request for proposals for their Naval Fighter Experimental Program, mandating a tandem two-seat twin-engine air-to-air fighter. Grumman secured the contract in January 1969, leading to the birth of the F-14 Tomcat. The name, Tomcat, was chosen in part as a tribute to Naval Admiral Thomas Tomcat Connolly, who advocated in Congress for the Navy to develop a carrier-based fighter. So, the F-14 embarked upon its inaugural deployment, marking the beginning of a storied career. In 1974, a remarkable aircraft entered the scene. It was a supersonic twin-engine fighter with wings that could change shape to suit different needs. This fighter was designed to take on enemy planes, regardless of the weather or the time of day. It had an extraordinary ability to track up to 24 targets at the same time. What made this plane truly special was its advanced weapons system. It boasted a powerful Hughes AWG-9 radar, which when combined with the Phoenix AIM-54 missiles could distance of over 100 miles. Additionally, it could carry a range of other missiles, rockets and bombs, and it even had a fearsome internal M61A1 Vulcan 20mm rotary cannon. The F-14's wings could adjust their position to match the speed required. They could sweep forward for takeoff and slow flight or tuck backward for supersonic speeds. This adaptability made it incredibly versatile. It served various roles, from dominating the skies and defending fleets to carrying out tactical renaissance missions. Let's rewind a touch. Initially, it was powered by two Pratt & Whitney TF-30 augmented turbofan engines, each providing a mighty 20,900 pounds of thrust. This gave the aircraft the capability to reach a top speed of Mach 2.34. However, when on long patrol missions, it would often cruise at a much lower speed to save fuel. Inside the cockpit, you'd find two seats arranged one behind the other, equipped with Martin Baker rocket-propelled ejection seats. These seats were designed to save the pilot and could be used at zero altitude and zero airspeed up to 450 knots. The canopy was spacious and featured 4 mirrors to give the pilot a clear view in all directions. Importantly, only the pilot had the control over the aircraft's flight. The flight instruments in the cockpit are a mix of analog and digital technology. Additionally, there is a heads-up display that primarily shows navigation information. Other avionics systems like communication and direction finders are integrated into the AWG-9 radar display. The F-14 Tomcat's combat debut occurred in August 1981 during the Gulf of Sidra incident. 2 F-14s were attacked by 2 Libyan Su-22 fighters, and both enemy planes were shot down. Nearly 8 years later, in January 1989, history repeated itself when another pair of F-14s downed 2 Libyan MiG-23 floggers, again over the Gulf of Sidra. The F-14 remained a dependable asset for the United States Navy throughout the 1990s and the early 2000s. It actively participated in escort missions and performed reconnaissance duties during notable conflicts such as Operation Desert Storm, Operation Deliberate Force, and Operation Allied Force, which occurred in the former Yugoslavia. The F-14's last combat mission happened in February 2006, when 2 Tomcats were used for a bombing mission in Iraq. Eventually, the F-14 retired from service, with the Navy making way for the Boeing F/A-18EF Super Hornet. However, the Tomcat still serves with the Islamic Republic of Iran Air Force. Although only a few of these planes, originally purchased by the Imperial Iranian Air Force in the 1970s, remain operational, reports indicate they've been used to escort missions in Syria. This demonstrates that even after nearly 50 years, the Tomcat still possesses formidable capabilities. It is a highly versatile aircraft that evolved in response to Cold War-era challenges, particularly the need to engage high-altitude bombers from a considerable distance, as noted by the National Naval Aviation Museum. The legendary F-14 Tomcat was Grumman's solution to the need for a fast interceptor that could also carry heavy weapons. Grumman achieved this by creating a versatile variable sweep wing for the F-14, allowing it to work effectively at different air speeds. The Navy had originally asked for the F-14 to reach a top speed of Mach 2.34, but during testing it proved that it could go even faster, reaching Mach 2.5. However, as computer technology improved significantly, it became capable of handling complex tasks previously done by humans. Now, this included processing information very quickly, organizing data, and making its own decisions. Also, the targeting sensors became better at working independently with navigational and threat data, so by the early 2000s, these advancements meant that human naval aviators might not be as necessary in the cockpit. For example, the F-35 was already in development by 2006, and the F/A-18 was becoming a highly advanced single-seat aircraft with very sophisticated avionics and a different single-pilot configuration. Sensor fusion, like what the F-35 can do, greatly reduces the mental workload on pilots, and this means they didn't have to spend as much time analyzing data and making real-time decisions because computers could handle those tasks for them. When computers can do these tasks efficiently, there is much less need for humans to use their mental energy on them. So, when data related to targeting, navigation, and sensors can be collected and organized for a human decision maker, as the F-35 does, the need for human pilots decreases, reducing the need for human thinking significantly. But still, with just one pilot, planes like the F-18 or the F-35 can maintain essential human cognitive abilities. This not only makes them safer for pilots, but can also enhance their agility and their airspeed. Upgrading avionics, electronics, sensors, and weaponry is quite feasible, which prompts arguments for continuing the newer versions of the Tomcat. However, retiring the two-seat configuration may have been necessary to improve future aircraft's performance in the skies. If circumstances had been different, we might have seen a more advanced version of the Super Tomcat take flight. This evolved variant, known as the ST-21 Super Tomcat for the 21st century, would have boasted increased fuel capacity and even an advanced radar developed for the cancelled A-12 attack aircraft. The Super Tomcat 21 would have been a modification of the original F-14 design, featuring the GE F-110-129 engines that enabled supercruising, reaching Mach 1 plus without afterburners and sustaining Mach 1.3. Additionally, the aircraft would have an upgraded APG-71 radar, and enlarged control surfaces and expanded leading edge route extensions to carry more fuel, enhancing low-speed maneuverability. The Super Tomcat was proposed as a cost-effective alternative to the Navy Advanced Tactical Fighter, and it had the potential for even more advanced Tomcat variants, including an attack Super Tomcat capable of carrying nuclear weapons and bomb stores beneath the engines. Unfortunately, these possibilities did not materialize. The Navy chose the F/A-18EF Super Hornet to fulfill the fighter attack aircraft role, leading to the retirement of the F-14 Tomcat on September 22nd in 2006. Nevertheless, the Super Tomcat 21 concept remains an intriguing and untapped idea in aviational history, and may well become part of aviation future. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the video. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell as always. For now,